when people get a whiff of it, oh my, this is a head turner fragrance. Women love it, and I can highly recommend it during those warmer summer nights. Hi, welcome to Rotten Rebel. I love fragrances and I would love to show you some of my favorite ones. So make sure you hit that subscribe right now. In today's video, I am going to talk more about 15 fragrances that I used a ton during the month of May. So without further ado, let's get to it. And the first one is Juliette Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes. I talked about this so much, and that is because this one makes me happy and I feel that it's truly unique and I love putting it on during summer. So obviously I'm going to use this one a lot, at least during the month of June and July and a bit into August. And this one almost always comes with me when I go away on a beach vacation. So it has a sort of a salty side to it, and it has a soft vanillic side to it, and that combo is oh so good. There's also a bit of musk and sandalwood, and this is just so soft and nice without being too sweet. So it has a sweet soft vanilla, but it's not too sweet. That's why it works so well summertime. I love this one. It brings me compliments, and the way this one spreads through that warm air is simply amazing. So yeah, I used Juliette Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes quite a bit during the month of June. Another fragrance that I used a ton so far in June is 1 Million Parfum. This is quite a new one in my collection, and I just fell in love with it from the first sniff. So it has some solar notes, it has leather, it has pine, a bit of salt, tuberose, and the result is just stunning. I love putting this one on. I feel that it's really unique, and so far it has delivered quite well when it comes to compliments as well. So yeah, this one has sort of a sailed straight up to one of my absolute favorites, one of my current absolute favorites, and I can highly recommend you to check out 1 Million Parfum. Next up is Atelier Cologne's Orange Sanguine. I just love Orange Sanguine. It is one of my happy fragrances because it makes me smile. I love that sort of a fresh and big burst of blood orange. It's so natural. It's oh so good, and I love that hint of something sweet in the base as well. This is one of my go-tos when it's really warm outside, and I still have not met a single person who doesn't fall in love with this one. Even those who usually don't enjoy citrus fragrances usually end up loving this one as well, and I can highly recommend you to check it out. Another one that I used quite a bit during June is Mugler A Men Ultimate. This is quite a new one in my collection, and I'm happy that I got it. It's balsam fir together with cedar and bergamot and a bunch of other notes. It's really nice. It's light, it's bright, but it has something that I feel is unique. So this is not just a sort of an ordinary fresh or anything. There's something unique about it that I absolutely love, and I so far have really enjoyed putting this one on. Next up we have Dunhill Century Blue. Fairly new one in my collection as well. So we have ambroxan, some neroli, some salty notes, a bunch of citrus notes. This is so light, it's so bright, and it's so smooth. I think smooth is sort of the key word when describing this one, and it sort of feels fresh and elegant at the same time. I really enjoy it. This is really safe, and it has brought me quite a bit of compliment during this sort of a limited amount of time that I use it. I really enjoyed it and I really used it quite a bit during those warm summer days in June. Another fragrance that I used a lot during June and that I will keep on using throughout the summer. It's one of those that you can never go wrong with. Most women enjoy it on me and I love putting it on, and that is Versace Eros. And I am pretty much going to leave it at that. It's usually quite cheap. It usually lands me compliments. It always makes me smile. It's perfect for summer. So yeah, if you have not yet tried Versace Eros, then I can highly recommend you to do so. Next up, we have two Bvlgari fragrances that I really enjoy using when it's warm outside. And the first one is Bvlgari Man Extreme. I feel that this is quite a unique sort of a freshie. So think of sort of a Bvlgari Man, but done in a way that makes it more suitable for summer. I really enjoy this one. About half of the times that I use it, someone at least reacts in a positive way or compliments me. I feel that it's pretty unique. I love it. So I can highly recommend you to check it out if you have not yet done so. And the other one from Bvlgari that I really used quite a bit during June is Bvlgari Aquamarine. So think of an aquatic fragrance that smells really good. It doesn't sort of reinvent anything. It's nothing extraordinary, but it does what it claims to be. It is a really nice aquatic fragrance and I just love putting it on. Next up are two Armani fragrances that I use quite a bit during June, and the first one is Acqua di Gio Profondo. This to me is a more modern version of the original Acqua di Gio. It simply smells better, at least that's what I think, and I usually land a few compliments when I put it on. I just love this one. This to me is a classy, sort of a freshy aquatic with a bit of that original Acqua di Gio DNA, and I believe you simply cannot go wrong with this one. The other one is Acqua di Gio Absolu, and Acqua di Gio Absolu has a bit of the original Acqua di Gio DNA in it, but with a sweet side that makes it so unique and oh so good. I think that this is one of the most underrated Acqua di Gio, one of the most underrated fragrances and flankers in the Acqua di Gio collection. It's so good, I usually land a compliment with it and I just love putting it on. I believe I put both of these in my best men's fragrances for summer of 2021. I'm gonna link to that video above, so make sure you check that one out when you're done with this video. Next up, Prada Luna Rossa. This to me is a freshie with a twist. It's also insanely sexy and I keep getting compliments with it, and I'm gonna pretty much stop it right there. If you have not yet tried Luna Rossa from Prada, then I highly recommend you to do so. Next up we have one of my favorite warm summer night fragrances, and that is Initio's Absolute Aphrodisiac. This is so good. I'm gonna link to my review of it above. I love this one and it's so good on those warm summer nights when that sort of a hot air takes hold of it and just sort of throws it around, and when people get a whiff of it, oh my, this is a head turner fragrance. Women love it and I can highly recommend it during those warmer summer nights. Next up is, oh my god, I love this one so much, Allure Sport Eau Extreme from Chanel. It's so sexy. It's, to me at least, something that is a bit fresh but with a bit of depth to it, and it's oh so sexy. It never fails to bring in the compliments, but most importantly, I feel so good and so sexy when I have it on. Highly recommend it. Yeah, it's not cheap, but I do believe that it's truly unique and worth it. Next up, we have another one that I absolutely love using during those warm summer nights, and that is Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Mal Le Parfum. This one has just a hint of the original's DNA, and then it's pretty much all vanilla, not all vanilla, but it's sort of a vanilla dominant, but in a beautiful and addictive way. I just love this one, and I am going to use it throughout the summer and basically throughout the year, any season, anytime. But when I've used this during those warm summer nights, the way that vanilla spreads when it's warm outside is just insane. I landed some pretty wicked compliments so far when I've used this during June. And yeah, I love this one. If you have not yet tried it, then I highly recommend you to do so. Last but not least, this is another one that I really enjoy putting on during those warm summer nights. I love it because it's oh so unique and it's oh so sexy, and most people around me feel the same. It truly brings in the compliments, but more importantly, it makes me feel so good and oh so sexy. And that is a Valentino Uomo Intense. Oh my god, that iris, so good, so powdery, so sexy. I'm gonna try and find a link to it and link to it above with my review of it. But this one, regardless of season, it's gonna smell amazing and it's gonna bring you compliments. But I actually enjoyed using it quite a bit during June, and specifically during those warm summer nights. There's something truly unique about it, and the way this one spreads when it's warm is insanely sexy. So if you have not yet checked out Valentino Uomo Intense, then why not do so? So that was 15 fragrances that I used quite a bit during June. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then I would highly appreciate if you would like it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe if you're new and that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.